Hey guys, just wanted to chat a bit about Warframe in general, and my frustrations lately that were not helped by DE revealing yet another Warframe right after they released Octavia. While new content itself excites me, but mostly cool guns as I don't care about melee or Warframes too much, the concept of a pre-style Warframe does kinda interest me. I feel it's going to end up just being like Octavia, where I have a lot of fun at first, then I get bored because of certain reasons. And for Octavia, I am not like other people who have said she is boring because she is powerful, and it's press 1 and sit down or whatever. For me, it's actually because of the set and forget style of her abilities herself. I mean, when I play Vauban, I never feel bored because I can always choose to bounce enemies in the air, or irradiate a group of them, or make them trip over a tripwire, shock them to death with 30 Teslas on the wall, etc. Even if on higher levels it isn't entirely worth using those abilities, the sheer enjoyment I have out of using them is great. With Octavia, and a lot of other frames for that matter, but not all, I feel you cast one or two abilities and then you use your guns and just refresh those abilities as you use said guns, and I don't find that fun to me. Zephyr is a great example, but now obviously this is going simply off my own playstyle, so Zephyr fans out there, there's no offense given, and if you like her kind of playstyle, that's perfectly fine. But for me, I feel to really take advantage of her skill set, I need to build mostly towards her turbulence, and because it has a duration and a range limit, an outer ring for projectile weapons and an inner ring for hit scan bullets, I have to sacrifice the efficiency of her other abilities, then just cast her turbulence and use my guns, and maybe use her fourth ability once in a while. Her fourth, which I might add, does terrible, terrible damage, and is a mixed amount of crowd control that often just ends up spreading enemies around more than anything. Zephyr is just one example though, and this is why new content does not hype me up anymore, at least for a very long time. My biggest frustrations lately has been bugs and them not seeming to care about older or broken systems in the game. I mean, look at Conclave for example. While many players do play it, and some even prefer it over the normal game mode, it seriously lacks any kind of real fun or replayability. The XP gain is pathetically slow, and daily challenges used to not work for me at all, although they might now, and because I am so used to PvE, I end up just getting frustrated and choosing to spam buttons, as it is the only way I can ever even hope to survive. I don't really mind a challenge, but when it gets to the point where I have to mash keys, I don't have any fun. I might make a suggestion some other time about how I feel Conclave could be fun again, but that isn't this video. As for bugs, there has been several UI bugs that just piss me off time and time again, and even DE knows about them. At least when I could use the forums, a moderator mentioned that they know about it. That was months ago, and the actual bug is many, many months older than that. It's actually two. One involves various weapons with flames or bright energy areas not properly showing the correct color when you hover over them. So Nova's helmet, for example, may stay blue as you hover over every color you own, with only a small area changing. You actually have to get out of the appearance section entirely to actually see the changes. The second, which is even more annoying, and I even remember Rebecca noticing the bug in a stream over a year ago, is buying items within the arsenal menu will reset all the changes you just did to your Warframe or weapons, including colors or mods. Everything. I will try to get footage of this by putting a forma on my Banshee Prime, as she needed one, but if I don't put that footage in here for whatever reason, just trust me, it happens, and it sucks. The thing is, as more and more content gets shoved into the game, less and less time can be allocated to these older issues. DE appearing to be lazy and just stopping on making arcane helmets. DE ruins the sounds of the Gorgon 3 times, then years later gives the Heck its old sound back, but not the Gorgon. DE changes the sound of the Hind without asking anyone if it needed a sound change, although I have grown into the sound to be fair. DE nerfing adhesive blast and static discharge even though nobody thought they were powerful to begin with. DE thinking that it's okay that acid shells can't proc corrosive despite the fact that its supposed maker and user of the mod can proc corrosive with it. I could go on and on and on. This is the main issue though. If I bring up just one of these issues, people don't care because it's minor and not really a big deal. But what if I list off 100 or 200 small bugs in a row? Is it a problem then?